guys to close your eyes. Okay? Close your eyes and imagine with me. Imagine that you are. Hang on. Imagine that you're working. It's a nice summer day. You're inside. It's air conditioned. Close your eyes, Hunter. And you too. And you're in the air condition. It's like 80 degrees outside. It's in July. And everything's going great. You relax. Nothing's happening. And then so tone's dropped, and you're dispatched to a 21-year-old female or 20-year-old female, unconscious, lying on her bed, not breathing, totally out. Okay. Imagine what would you be thinking as you respond to that call? Okay, you can open your eyes now. And keep that kind of tucked away in the back of your mind. So, drugs are very prevalent in society these days. Today I'm here to share with you some of the negative effects of drugs and why you should never partake in them. I've never taken drugs, but some people in my life that I'm close to have chosen otherwise, and I've been able to see some of the negative effects that it's had on them. So today I'm going to share with you some facts about marijuana, a drug called crocodile, and some of the things that you stand to lose when you decide to use drugs. So I'm going to start with marijuana. The following facts about marijuana were obtained from verywellmind.com. So some of the physical effects that it can have on you is you're 4 times more likely to suffer from a heart attack within 1 minute after use. It increases your heart rate and decreases your blood pressure. Typically, anytime your heart rate increases, your blood pressure is going to decrease, but not always. It decreases your bone density, making you more likely to have osteoporosis later on in your life. And you're at an increased risk of bacterial infections and tumors developing. And it also affects your brain by hallucinations, delusions, impaired memory, and disorientation to time, place, all of your surroundings. It really messes with your brain. So according to drugabuse.gov, a study was done in New Zealand that showed that when you started using marijuana in your adolescence regularly, by the time you were middle-aged, it decreased your IQ by 6 to 8 points, which doesn't sound like a lot, but that's actually a pretty significant amount when you're talking about IQ. And then the next drug I'm going to talk to you about is called crocodile. That's the street name for it. It's also called desomorphine is the technical term for it. It's a depressant that was designed to be an analgesic or a painkiller. It was designed in Russia in 1932, but after seeing the effects of it, they decided to push it to the side and not use it. And it's up to 10 times more potent than morphine, which is crazy. It's like morphine is really potent, and for something to be 10 times more potent than that is pretty crazy. So it's a depressant. It slows your brain function, slows your breathing, decreases your blood pressure, causes gangrene and bleeding. And at the site where you inject it, it can be taken multiple ways, but at the site that you inject it, your skin becomes flaky, and that's why they named it crocodile. That's why the street name is like it's flaky like crocodile skin. So some of these are, if you get kind of squeamish with graphic pictures, you might not want to look, but these are some of the things that it can do to you. It literally eats away your flesh. That's where you inject it, or a lot of the drug that stays in your bloodstream, if it doesn't get absorbed into your body somewhere, it goes through your filtering organs like your kidneys, your liver, stuff like that, and it kills those. It starts to eat away at those. And it just eats away at your flesh and your skin, even your bones when you get to a certain point. And then there's also things that you stand to lose whenever you decide to do drugs. You can have relationships that suffer, whether it be with family, friends, a significant other. because if you are constantly, some examples would be if you're constantly asking for money, or you're constantly in an altered mental state, nobody's really gonna wanna be around you, and they're not gonna wanna put up with that for very long. And people are gonna get agitated, like I said, if you're asking for money all the time so that you can get your drugs. You also stand to lose your job. Your job might suffer from it, whether you get fired or you can't even get a job because of your constant choice to do drugs, and various opportunities throughout your life, whatever they may be. So today we've talked about the negative effects of marijuana, Crocodile, and what you can stand to lose by doing drugs. As you can see, drugs have various negative effects on you physically, emotionally, psychologically. And as for the girl that I started out with, 20 years old, guys, that's our age. Like, I'm 18, that's 2 years older than me. Some of you guys are probably 20. That's scary, and your life can be gone in an instant. She decided to take some depressant drugs. She took a whole handful, and we got a faint pulse back on our way back to the hospital after doing continuous CPR. But she ended up being life-flighted later on, and she lost her life that night. It's scary what that can do to you, and you don't want to be that person. You don't want to put your family through that. I watched in ER how her family blamed each other for not keeping an eye on her, and you can't. I mean, that really does more effects than you really think it does. So, but on the bright side, addictions can be beat, and if anybody's struggling with it, just reach out to somebody. It can